Hey everyone, here are the numbers for Long Beach, the condos in Panama City Beach for the first quarter of 2024. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. Condo first quarter update's a little bit different this time. There's a lot to talk about in the numbers for condo owners, so I took a little extra time and recorded a pretty comprehensive overview really of the Gulf Front condo market and the detached single family market in Panama City Beach. It's in a completely separate video, so watch that. In that, I go into a pretty comprehensive explanation of this chart. Remember, we talk a lot about months of inventory. I found this chart, which is also months of inventory, these numbers over here, but also shows you what you can expect from a percentage standpoint of price appreciation and price depreciation. I want to connect the dots. You've heard me probably say a lot about the longer we hover in buyer market territory, the longer you would expect to see pressure on pricing. The longer we stay in seller market territory, the more price appreciation you may see. Well, this is, I just ran across this. I'm glad I found it. It gives you a real tangible look at what can happen to prices once you move away from this 5 or 6 months of inventory number that we keep talking about. So again, I really encourage you, if you own a condo, to watch the first half of that video. It's maybe 7 to 10 minutes, something like that. Here again, right now, our months of inventory has moved up from 3.27 to 14.33. So very much buyer market territory. Here's 10 or 11 months of inventory on this chart, just to give you a sneak peek, but you can watch that other one if you want the real comprehensive take on it. So there's a lot to talk about in Long Beach this quarter. It's 55 condos that are either for sale, have pended, gone under contract, have sold, or have come off the market, meaning they were on the market for sale and now they've been removed from the market. I included those last statuses because I think that can tell us a lot for obvious reasons. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but Long Beach is a really interesting project to analyze right now for a few reasons. I understand that the structural integrity reserve study is set for April. Meaning the results of that study will probably, whatever comes of that will trigger or not trigger potential assessments. If reserves need more funding, then there's, I guess, potential for assessments there. If they don't need funding, then there wouldn't be. I also understand that May is when a mediation is scheduled finally for the insurance issue. So if I'm incorrect in any of that and someone has some other information, please let me know. I think if you watch the first 7-10 minutes of this other video analyzing what's going on over the overall condo market, it's really interesting to see how Long Beach fits into that, because Long Beach has some things affecting it independent of what's happening in the overall market. And that could be, depending on the results of that structural integrity reserve study, it can amplify what's already happening. Depending on what happens with the mediation, it could amplify or lessen the results of what are already happening. But we'll keep an eye on it. I'm really interested to see what happens over the next 60, 90 days, especially in this project. And especially because I'm representing a number of condos in here also. So I'm not going to go through every single unit, but let me go through this list and start to give you some ideas of what I'm seeing. So I've got this organized by price, starting with efficiencies. If you look in this column, you see efficiency. There's one unit has closed at $287,000. One unit is for sale for $324,900. One unit was on the market for $325,000 and was canceled, so removed from the market. If you go into, more efficiencies, 2 efficiencies expired or came off of the market at $329,900 and $349,000. That's weird that, I see it's the Gulf side. The thumbnail didn't look like Long Beach to me, but I see it's the Gulf side of Tower 1 next to Shores of Panama. So that's it for efficiencies. 3 units tried to sell, didn't sell for whatever reason. This one actually is back on the market, maybe with a different real estate company. And this one is for sale. Only one that's sold. 1 bedrooms. We did have one closing in the first quarter for $385,000. Looks like we have asking prices on 1 bedrooms running from $389,000 to $392,500. Another one that did close at $393,000. More for sale from $395,000, $429,000, $438,000, $439,000, $449,000, all the way up to $449,000. And in the middle of that list, you see units that tried to sell and didn't sell at $429,000, at $440,000, and $449,000. You're starting to see, and $475,000. You're starting to see that happen, not just in Long Beach, but across the beach, of people trying to sell and can't sell at the price that they're asking, and it's coming off the market. And that happens for a variety of reasons, of course. Some people just aren't going to sell less than a certain price. Some people change their minds and decide to start using it again, whatever the reason. But it's important to see and account for units that aren't selling on top of the other activity. The 2 bedrooms, I think this is what starts to get interesting. We were working on this sale, just happened at $512,000. Least expensive unit in the building right now is $575,000 and $595,000. Another unit canceled that had been asking $614,000. Then prices go up from there. So $619,000, $624,900, $695,000, all the way up to $750,000, I believe. $745,000. No, sorry. $750,000. Units in that list have been canceled or come off the market at $798,000, $712,000, $710,000, $700,000, $650,000, $614,000, $900,000. So you see, again, more and more of this on the market, off the market than we've seen recently. If we go up to the 3-bedroom activity that starts here, least expensive unit in the building asking $799,000, another one asking $825,000. 1301 has expired a couple different times at $850,000 and $890,000. 1406 in Tower 2 was canceled at $900,000. Another unit was expired at $905,000. Another unit asking $959,000. Another one canceled at $974,000. Back on the market, $974,000. This is probably a change of real estate agents. And then asking $1,050,000, $1,099,000. Really, really nice unit. We're working on that one. So a couple things to notice in the 3-bedroom market. Really widespread. Some units that need a lot of upgrades, or people would think would need a lot of upgrades, are asking less. At the moment, pricing from $799,000 to over $1 million. No recent closings in the 3 bedrooms. And I think probably something else that's interesting to pay attention to here, out of these 55 listings, we had 1 efficiency sell, we had 1 1-bedroom sell, and we had 1 2-bedroom sell. So there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of wait and see in Long Beach at the moment. And so it'll be interesting to see how those 2 events I talked about earlier affect things. And the timing of those things happening will also be very interesting with what's happening in the overall market, which again, I'm really encouraging anybody that owns a condo to at least watch the first 10 minutes of that video. It doesn't matter if you're thinking about selling or not. I just want people to be paying attention to the shift that's happening, just so they know what's going on with the asset that they have. So if you have any questions on any of this stuff, again, my name is Craig Duran. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text at 850-290-0417. If you prefer email, it's just Craig@DuranGroupFL.com. Thanks for watching.